Hey everybody, it's Adventure Dad and Adventure Girl back here. We are again in the home we take away from home, and we're doing a continuation of our cook-off between two different freeze-dried food companies, emergency food kits. This was two 72-hour kits that we picked up just to try out and see what everybody thought of them. Make sure it was something the family would actually eat and if they were worth getting when we got them. If you haven't seen our first video, you can go back and check out 4Patriots versus My Patriot Supply 72-hour kits. I'll put a link to the video at the top. You can look for that to go back and find the first video. That was mac and cheese versus mac and cheese. It was the only two menus in the kits that were similar. So we're back here today. Like I said, we're in our camper. We might turn this into a thing. We might start calling it camper cooking or cooking in the camper, camper kitchen, something like that. Be sure to let us know in the comments if you like the idea of that and which name you think we should use for it. Today we've got Homestyle Potato Soup.
And I have creamy rice and vegetable dinner.
So it's going to be a little bit different this time. Last go around, Adventure Girl picked the Ready Hour from My Patriot Supply. And I picked the 4Patriots kit on which ones we thought was going to win. We changed up a little bit. Adventure Girl picked and said she thought the creamy rice and vegetable dinner was going to be a better taste than the Homestyle Potato Soup.
That's just me because I much prefer rice and vegetables and besides the potato soup.
And me, I'm a potato soup kind of guy. I grew up eating it, so I'm looking forward to this Homestyle Potato Soup. We'll see if it lives up to its name. We're going to try them out here and just look. Calorie content, you got 270 calories per serving on the Ready Hour, 260 calories per serving on the 4Patriots, 12 grams of fat for the 4Patriots, 10 for the Ready Hour, 42 carbohydrates to 33 carbohydrates, 5 grams of protein to 4 grams of protein. So a little higher calorie content, higher carbohydrate and higher protein per serving in the My Patriot Supply Ready Hour, higher fat content in the 4Patriots. So we're going to get over here to the stove, get things started, get these things cooking. We'll see which one of us comes out on top this time on the taste test. Alright, so we're going to get started here on the My Patriot Supply Ready Hour. We're looking at 4.5 cups of water to a boil, pouring contents of the pouch. Simmer for 15 to 20 minutes, stirring frequently. 4Patriots creamy rice and vegetable dinner that AG is going to be doing. Looking at 2.5 cups boiling water, reduced to medium, 20 minutes, stir frequently. Both of them say to let sit 2 to 3 minutes to thicken after the fact. So we're going to go ahead and get our pots ready, get our water started boiling. We'll take a look at these packs as we start pouring everything in.
Yep.
So what are you thinking on this, Adventure Girl?
I'm not sure on which one's going to win for sure, but I think this was a good experience. Getting to try out some new products to see if people would actually like them.
Always a good idea to try something out before you have to use it, right?
Yeah. You should try out the product before you actually have to do it, so then you know that you actually like it. And so I think this was fun to do so far.
You want to tell everybody what we've got going on out in the woods?
Oh, yes.
Tell them to check out the video if they haven't seen it.
Yes. So, we had started building a cabin out in the woods. So if you haven't seen that video yet, you can go back and watch that whenever.
And I'll put a link to the dugout shelter we're building right now. Part 1's up. By the time this comes out, we might have an update on it. The weather hasn't been very cooperative with us on doing that.
Yeah.
So we'll get back out there and get part 2 up just as soon as we can. But we'll probably have an update before then. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to get this water started boiling now. We'll get these packs open and get some food cooking.
Careful, AD.
Alright, so on the My Patriot Supply Ready Hour, one thing that we did like about these, on the last video we did, is they have the resealable top.
Yep.
So you can break down. These are supposed to be 4 servings per pack. You can break it down and just do a serving at a time, reseal it, save the rest for later.
On the 4Patriots, it does not have a resealable top on it, so you can't eat it one part at a time unless you put it in a bag or something like that.
So on the 4Patriots, without the resealable top, you're either cooking it all or you're having to find another container to put it back into.
Yeah, and we're gonna get the do not eat out. Yeah.
We're gonna pull our do not eats out. 4Patriots was easy to find. Let's see if the Ready Hour gives us trouble again. All the way in the bottom of the bag again. Alright, so we've got our do not eats out. As soon as this water gets to boiling, we'll get started here. Remember, everybody, get to us in the comments and let us know what you think. Should we call this camper cooking, the camper kitchen, kitchen cooking in the camper? I don't know. Give us some ideas on what we should call our videos when we're out here in the camper trying out some of this food. We appreciate you doing it and look forward to some of your suggestions. Alright, we've got our water up to boil. We're going to get this food in here and get to cooking. Adventure Girl, again, you've got the 4Patriots creamy rice and vegetable dinner. I'm breaking out the My Patriot Supply Ready Hour Homestyle Potato Soup. Alright, let's get them in here and see what we can get.
Yeah. Okay, as you can see, mine's very chunky. That's probably a good thing because I have rice, and yours is just a soup.
And the potatoes in this Homestyle Potato Soup look like they're almost like a hash brown consistency. They're real small, shredded. So we're going to get these in here and get them cooking for 20 minutes. Then we're going to take them off, let them sit to thicken, and we'll be doing a taste test on them.
How does it smell, ID?
I will say the potato soup smells good. I mean, you really get that potato smell coming off of it. And that being said, though, this creamy rice and vegetable dinner is overpowering it, and it is smelling tasty.
That's why I picked 4Patriots, because I like what the thing, like, I like this type of food it is. I'm glad I picked that because now it smells super good. So maybe I might win this trial again. I might win this.
Say we're 1-0 right now. You've got me beat. We'll see how this comes out. One thing I can say about both of these is the stirring frequently is definitely more important on this than it seemed to have been with the mac and cheese we did. These potatoes are wanting to clump up on the bottom and stick, and it looks like AG's having the same issue with the rice over there. So be sure when you got them cooking, you do stir it frequently. Keep everything from sticking and burning to the bottom of the pots. Alright, we're about 10 minutes into the 20-minute cook time here on these two meals. My Homestyle Potato Soup is starting to look almost like mashed potatoes. And AG's rice and vegetables here is actually starting to turn into rice.
Yeah, as you can see, well, you may not be able to see, but there's rice chunks.
And we're going to keep going 10 more minutes. We'll be back at the end of it. We'll see what it looks like before it thickens up. We'll let them sit, thicken, cool down a little bit. We'll give them a taste test. Alright, we just hit our 20-minute mark. We're going to stir these around just a little bit more. We're going to let them sit to thicken. This potato soup's, it's thick.
And then my creamy rice and vegetable dinner is is actually looking pretty good.
I know they're both smelling really good right now. And
yeah.
You can actually tell you've got rice in there. And I've got some soupy stuff going on. It's thicker than I expected, but it's looking good. Alright, we're going to let them sit and cool, thicken up for 2 to 3 minutes, serve them up in some bowls, and we're going to do a taste test here. Alright, so here we go. We've got the My Patriot Supply Ready Hour Homestyle Potato Soup.
And I have 4Patriots, creamy rice and vegetable dinner.
We've got these things cooked up, they've set and cooled, thickened up. We're going to give them a try here.
Yeah.
Just be careful over there, AG. It still looks a little hot.
Yeah.
As you can see, my potato soup's
Oh, soupy.
Still fairly thick. It's like I said, it's more the consistency of like a mashed potato than what I was expecting the soup to be. But hey, I'm good with that. What do you think about that rice, Adventure Girl?
It's pretty good.
What are you tasting? What kind of flavor do you have in that?
I have... It's kind of cheesy, and it has, like, the rice, obviously. And, so I'm tasting a lot of the cheese that's in it. Sometimes you can taste a little bit of the vegetables. You can't really taste a whole bunch. So it's really just rice and cheese is what I'm tasting.
You taste rice and cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Trade off with me here.
Okay.
The creamy rice and vegetable does have a bit of a cheese taste to it. Definitely get a little bit of that hint of the vegetables to it. It's pretty good. I mean, it tastes like you'd expect any creamy rice box meal to taste. You know, we've had a few of those in the past that are, you know, just store-bought prepackaged meals. You add the water and bake them, or the rice packets you add the water. It's not bad. It's got a good flavor to it. And on the potato soup, what do you think about the potato soup?
I mean, to me, it's a little bland.
A little bland? You see, I went the opposite on the potato soup. I thought there was an awful strong onion taste to the potato soup. You definitely get a lot of the onion flavor in there that they've used on it.
I can see where you're going with that.
The consistency of it's good, though. I thought they were going to be more like a hash brown in here, but you've actually got some decent chunks of potato in it once you get them all rehydrated and cooked up. It's thick and it's hearty. I think it's got a good taste to it. And it's not quite what Grandma used to make, but it ain't bad for a homestyle potato soup.
So who do you think won?
Where do you come down on it, Adventure Girl? Who do you think won this time?
To me, I'm still thinking the I think 4Patriots won this time. To me, I think it won.
So for you, you're still saying 4Patriots won.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a split decision on that one because I think My Patriot Supply won out again. Mm-hmm. For lack of a better way of putting it, because there's not an awful lot there. The higher nutritional content, the resealable package, the taste, and the amount you get. This was an 8.9 ounce package of the Homestyle soup and a 7.9 ounce package of the creamy rice. So you're only an ounce different on the dry good going in there. But when you look at the difference in volume on the amount of water, you were 4.5 cups on the Ready Hour as opposed to 2.5 cups on the 4Patriot. So you definitely get a little more volume on the Ready Hour. Adventure Girl clearly likes that rice, though. She's about finished her bowl off. Mm-hmm. So really we'll leave this one up in the air. We're a split. Adventure Girl saying the creamy rice and vegetable dinner. I'm going with the Homestyle Potato Soup. In all reality, the taste on them, they're close enough. You're not going to go wrong with either one of these. Both of these are good enough. I think we could eat them any day of the week. It wouldn't have to be an emergency situation for us to eat this based off flavor.
So I could eat this all week. If someone made this for me all week, I would have no problem eating it all week.
So you would be good with that any time, any reason. Mm-hmm. And you must be, because like I said, you've about finished it. So we're going to let Adventure Girl finish eating her rice. I'm going to finish off my Homestyle Potato Soup. Hope everybody enjoyed this. Again, if you haven't seen the Battle of the Mac and Cheese between My Patriot Supply and 4Patriots, go back, check that video out. Be sure to like the video if you got something out of this. Subscribe to the channel if you want to follow along with some of our adventures. Some of the different stuff we're trying out, some of the products we're using. We appreciate you hanging around with us and hope you enjoy it. Like and subscribe.
It was really good.
How good was it?
It was really good. I would say...
On a scale from 1 to 10.
Maybe a 9.
A 9.
Because it's a little cheesier than I expected. And I thought there would be more, more vegetables in it, like a more vegetable taste to it. Mm-hmm. So I was expecting something a little different than this, but it is pretty good. I just I would like there to be more vegetable flavor to it, and
more
not
vegetable
just
flavor
cheese.
to it.
Not just cheese. Not saying I don't like cheese. It's just I was going for more.
You wanted a little more flavor to it besides that?
Yeah, just cheese.
I would have hit them both about a 7. 7, I think, is good enough. You could eat it any time, but it's nothing you're going to go looking for because of the flavor on it.
Yeah.
Soup was good. Strong onion flavor. I can get past that, though. Not a huge onion guy.
Yeah.
So the flavor on it's good, though. It comes through good, and the potatoes are good with it. And your rice was good enough. I mean, I think we cooked some chicken we put with that.
Oh,
You've got yourself a really good meal right there.
We just cooked some chicken. Oh.
I think meat would go good with both of these. You could cook up a piece of chicken and put it in either of these and go a lot farther with either of these. It'd be good.
Yeah. It was really good.